I reckon 11 Madison Park is going to be. It'll be one of the greatest restaurants in the world again.
I think it already is. It's just
agree.
recognised as that because of
It'll make a bit more noise now.
Hello, TK. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you there as you were pouring a glass of
typical piss.
Little glass of what have you got there? Tulangi. Which block is it?
Little product review.
I haven't actually looked at this. K block, F block Chardonnay, 2022. Nice. Hope you enjoy that.
I remember my very first restaurant, Toe Puddle, was featured. Tulangi featured predominantly on it. I thought it was great. Even their entry level stuff.
I haven't seen those wines for a while actually.
Bloody good.
Good part of the world. I had a nice little lunch yesterday with the with Mel's Chester from Giant Steps.
Oh, nice.
Did the single vineyard releases, which was
aren't they solid
good.
wines?
They're really good wines. So she took over from Flammo, who Steve Flamstead is an absolute legend in the game, and had everything was in a really good spot, but she's just taken it to a new level with the investment, with the Jackson family buying it, and what she's been able to do has been really great. So it's an exciting brand to watch. There's some fun stuff coming out of there. So
the Jackson family, low profile, just chip away at it, don't they?
Just buy excellent wineries, basically. So
for anybody listening, just Google Jackson family wines.
Jackson family estates. And the thing is as well, they're all really good people. Every interaction I've ever had with anyone from there has just been great.
I think it's generally, and I know this may stir the pot a bit, but it's such an Australian thing to do, to hate successful people. But
totally.
I agree, mate. I when I was in the States 18 months ago, hitting a couple of vineyards, I expected everybody to be hating on Kendall Jackson, and fucking people love them.
Yeah, and they should.
They should because they've got great booze, they've got great vineyard, they're good people,
and they've created markets. They've they've got access into it's even big brands here. People are like, oh, it's a big brand. It's like but they're good.
I had somebody online this week because we launched Player Mexican.
Are you calling it? Is it Player?
Yeah, Player Mexican.
Right, but it's Playa.
Player.
The Mexican
beach. Yeah, but no one's going to say Playa.
No, I know that, but it is technically Playa, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's all right.
Yeah, we had a lady swipe at me about it because apparently they got a cafe or something that's called Player, which is in Victoria or something like that. I'm like, it means beach. I'm not trying to steal your name. I'm really sorry, but she was a real fucking bitch.
It's spelled the same?
Yeah.
But that's the way you can have that.
That's
what
I mean. Like
multiple businesses in the same country with the same name, as long as
it's not trademarked. You can't trademark beach in Mexican.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Anyway,
we digress.
Yeah, digress.
Speaking of the US, topic for this week is
the Ukraine.
No,
not good.
Nothing really.
I need gin, Corey. Point in the direction of my gin collection.
None of that. No. Interesting news. And I suppose it's only for the food geeks more than anything else, but 11 Madison Park, one of the great restaurants in the world, and we've referenced many things from there, and certainly from Will Guidara's book, Unreasonable Hospitality before. But in 2021, they went fully vegan. I don't know why you're laughing. That was a decision that they made, at the time for different reasons, and they were, very much into it, which is great. And they went. I think the thing is with a venue like that, you can't half do it. So they didn't. They did it well. And I was speaking to someone yesterday who was saying that the last time he ate there, he said it was some of the most ridiculous food he's ever eaten.
As vegan?
Vegan, yeah. So it was incredible, absolutely incredible. So. There's that. But last week they've come out and have announced that they will no longer be fully vegan. And so they will be introducing meats back into the menu.
How much money do you reckon they towed up?
Oh, a lot. I'd say there'd be a lot of zeros. And one of the things they mentioned that really had a big influence on them was their function rooms and not being able to basically service them for the corporate market in particular that want classic things probably more so rather than super, super edgy. And so, yeah.
Have you been?
No, I have not.
So do you want to hear my 11 Madison Park story? It's a pretty good one.
Well, hang on. Before we do that, just you giggled when I said this to you. Why? Why do you think it's funny that
because I fucking knew that it was going to happen, mate. I hoped dearly that it wasn't because I have so much respect for Daniel, his team. I've been very fortunate to have dined there.
Yep.
Unbelievable respect.
Yep.
Because you can't if you put it in perspective, the world, the earth, is a big fucking place.
I've heard that.
And there's a lot of fucking restaurants.
Plenty.
And when you get named as the best, the number one, it's hard to fathom. I look at this in the restaurant world because is there a number of how many restaurants there are on planet Earth? And
yeah, I mean, I'm sure there probably is, but it's like, but also, yeah, it wouldn't know when you're accurate, but either way, it's a big number.
And they're number one.
Yeah.
But more to the point, all of my inner circle and outer circle, hospitality, food geeks, as you put it, nobody ever said to me once that was not deserved.
Yeah.
And as somebody who follows the food scene very closely, when Denny Mayer from the Union Square Cafe, Shake Shack, when he sold that business, that space to those guys, I watched it all unfold.
Yeah.
And I remember the start of it, and I was like, oh my God, this place looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
All the way until they got nominated they got ranked as the number one best restaurant in the world. And then normally you hear murmurs of like, really, like Front Adria, foam, who wants to eat air, blah, blah, all the piss taking. There's not a lot, but there's always somewhat.
But it's also, that's a lot of tall poppy as well, I think.
I know, but I never heard any of that about 11 Madison Park, right?
Yeah.
So, and I was very fortunate that when it got nominated, again, didn't have 2 cents to rub together. I remember it got nominated, and the very next week I was going to the States.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to New York. So I jumped online and I booked it with a credit card.
You got a booking?
Got a booking.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like at 5:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But we went there and we just said, feed us.
Yeah.
And we made it. On the website, when you make a booking, it said, do you have any special requests? And we just said, there's a few chefs going on a tour to the US, a bit of a food tour. If there's any chance we could take a peek in the kitchen after dinner, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And mate, again, number one best restaurant in the world a week after they won. So you can imagine what they're going through, right?
Yeah, hangover is what they're going through.
Fuck me, mate. And they're fielding how much traction, reservation requests.
Yeah.
Somebody told me that it was something like they had 1,000 requests a day for seats. It was something ridiculous. I don't want to quote it, but it was like when I got told, I'm like, fuck. And we were so, like, literally after my wife and I were laying in bed watching the San Pellegrino Restaurant Awards, and when it got nominated, we went bang and we got the seat.
Yeah.
Now, I went there, and mate, you would have sworn that I was the king of fucking England.
Yeah,
and
really.
I was an absolute zero with a few $100 to my name.
Yeah.
We paid all of dinner on our credit card because we didn't have the money.
Yeah.
And they treated us, those 3 chefs, they treated us like we were royalty.
Yeah.
Now they set a table up in the kitchen, and we ate a course.
At that table. Yeah, nice. That's
Like,
right. We've talked about that before.
Yeah, so we had dinner, and I think it was like 15 courses. They gave us 20.
Yeah.
Then one of the courses, they said, the chefs have done this course up at the past. We'd like you to come in. Mate, I didn't know where to look. I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
and Corey, I might,
candy shop.
let's insert a couple of videos here because there's some really fucking good ones. Like the Som went over and above.
Yeah.
Then they invited us to their bar afterwards for drinks. That was unbelievable. And if anybody had the right to be arrogant, it's those guys. Because that dining room, the staff, the food, there's no wonder they were the best in the world.
And I think that's the thing. And if you read Unreasonable Hospitality, it just explains it all. It's like it is completely unreasonable. Every single decision they make commercially may not always make sense, but it adds to the experience, and therefore that makes it commercial. And, the things like the Dreamweavers they had, like, Will talks about, I think they ended up with 1 person, then it was 4, where they have these people, their job is to create experiences. So there was, the one again, and we've talked about this, I think, but where someone missed a flight they were meant to be going to Barbados for the holidays or whatever. The flight got cancelled, so the holiday got cancelled. So they said they brought in beach sand and they set up an umbrella and did all this crazy stuff so these guys could have a beach experience, but it was in 11 Madison Park. It's like, what are we talking about?
Did you see the latest season of Bear?
No, I haven't.
They replicated that
Did they?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
in the car park. I don't want to give away, but
No.
but that's somebody who's been there.
Yeah.
That does not surprise me at all.
Exactly.
Because coming in I think there's a few restaurants in Australia that are guilty of this. It's that there's that edge of arrogance, and sometimes when you're that good, you probably deserve a bit of arrogance.
Yeah.
But it was like I was walking into my local cafe and they were so fucking happy to see me.
That's that welcome that you can't. Even things like they took away the maitre d' desk.
Yep.
So there wasn't that barrier there. So it was basically someone standing there with an iPad pretty much going, "Hey, Tony, great to see you."
So they knew, just from my booking, they
Yeah.
knew that I was from Australia. And so the restaurant manager just guessed and said, "G'day, mate," in a stupid Aussie accent and said, "You, the Aussie boys coming in for dinner." And I'm like, this is the best restaurant on fucking earth.
Yeah.
We all had a bit of a giggle.
Yeah.
And it just made us more
It
relaxed
just
because I'm
arms you
like,
straight away.
thank God.
Yeah.
One,
Because you're expecting stuffy.
mate, I just thought, and one of the guys that went with us, mate, he was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I said, you got to wear a jacket. He's like, I don't fucking jacket.
Yeah.
And so instantly then we were like, and the
relaxed.
Som come over and he goes, 3 Aussie guys out for dinner. Clearly you want cold beer. And I'm like, this chick should have been trying to sell us Krug.
Yeah.
But 3 beers come out in the bottle on the table.
Perfect. Yeah.
I'm like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
This is the best.
It's funny actually, those little things that can disarm people
Yep.
and make them relaxed really, really quickly. And I think that's the first drink is obviously a big part of that
Yep.
as well. And again, that question of like, do you want a glass? And it's like, most people will be like, like I was out for lunch with my son recently and he ordered a beer and it's like, oh, did you want a glass? And he's like, yeah, looking at me and I'm like, you don't have to get a glass. Like it doesn't matter. But people think, oh, it's a bit of a fancy place. We need to get a glass.
Yeah.
It's like, you do
Or I
whatever you
need to
want.
comply.
Yeah, exactly. So,
But one of the reasons why I did laugh or snigger when you said it is because I walked out of there going, clearly, irrefutably, it's the best restaurant in the world.
yeah.
And I've had the pleasure to dine in many great restaurants, and I have no doubt that still remains as one of the greatest dining experiences I've ever had. But the hospitality that I got was far outweighed the food.
Yeah.
Then we went to they had a. They said that it started off as a vegan salad bar, but then they started implementing meat bits, bit like, is it Sunshine down at and I think Simon's done a fantastic job. I was down there a couple of weeks ago and I had lunch. It was really, really good. But you pick your salad, you weigh it, get some protein. And
I do like that place a lot.
ends up costing you $80. For
Jesus
both.
Christ. It's like I'll just have a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. Like that.
Well, then you get to the end, it's like,
$63. Like what just happened?
Piece of salmon, piece of lamb,
That's
piece
the
of...
thing. It's like, and it's obviously it's like my own choice. I know what these things cost, and I'm putting them onto a plate.
It's like going to a yogurt shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, because you end up with an $80 bowl of yogurt.
Yeah, exactly. Good though, but
Well, mate, and they did that salad bar, and I thought, and that you could have protein.
Yeah.
And I was looking at all of this lunch traffic. You can imagine in the middle of New York City,
Yeah.
the suits pounding it. And I was speaking while I was waiting for my salad. I was speaking to the young lady behind the counter. She goes, "Oh, we've only implemented the meat like literally a little while ago." And I'm like, "Oh, that's really interesting." Because then I thought it goes back to my theory that I've always had: if it's not working, just change it. Don't just try and beat it to death.
no.
So they pivoted and got the protein, and I don't know if it's still going or not. I don't know if it's a success. But then it was literally how long after they won restaurant of the number one best restaurant of the world? It was.
I think it was pretty quickly
weeks.
after. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't tell you exactly, but I know it was like it was a sort of it was almost, and clearly they'd already planned to do it. It wasn't like they won that and changed their tack.
So this and again, don't quote me on this, but literally weeks after they won, they closed the restaurant to renovate it. They moved the restaurant to the Hamptons.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
And did a summertime pop up.
That's right. Yeah.
Then they reopened it as a vegan. So I think they traded. If it was, I don't think it was months. I think it was weeks. Might have been a couple of months, 8 weeks or something. As number one best restaurant in the world, they fucking shut.
And then blew it up.
And I'm like,
amazing.
Holy shit!
What we might do is Ash
fact check.
Ash and Corey is maybe tag Will in this and see if he can give us some comments about this in particular. I think that'd be a good idea because we
let's do.
I thought you were going to suggest fact checking.
No.
Why
not
not?
be doing
Why
that.
I'll be responsible for putting up that 11 Madison Park, one restaurant, number one best restaurant in the world on this date.
Yep.
I dined in there on this date. Then they closed it on this date to do a pop-up. Then they reopened it as a vegan restaurant on this date. And on this date, they said, we're fucking changing it back.
Good luck with
Because
keeping up with that one, Corey, during editing.
But I find it great. You know
He's
what?
just going to cut the whole lot out.
You know what? Don't you fucking dare. I reckon kudos to them because it takes a lot to go. And I don't know whether financially they got flogged to death, which I'm assuming that they did.
I'd say they'd probably, as you said before, they've definitely left some money on, or potentially left some money on the table. So I think the commitment to recognise that and go, you know what, this isn't working, or we just want to change this,
And not worrying about what people think, which I like.
I think absolutely. And people will, again, tall poppies will be like, oh, I told you it wasn't going to work, or you were never going to do it. It's
Yeah.
like, shut up.
And mate, in Australia, unfortunately in Australia, we have the worst tall poppy syndrome because people get so worried about closing a venue that's failing or even not failing. Like we closed RB just because the effort versus reward
Wasn't
not enough. We weren't going broke. And the amount of people, oh, you went broke up at RB. I'm like, yeah, I went broke. I'm not even going to complain about it because we didn't go broke. It just didn't. The maths didn't add up.
Math didn't
so
work,
we turned into a function space.
Yeah.
Now, I look at that and I go, and you're the number one best restaurant in the world. Fuck, imagine the round table meetings to do that. And then when I heard it, I'm like, kudos to them. I've got even more respect for those guys.
Absolutely. And I think, let's talk about and again, this is speculation as to why the decision was made, but in terms of, if they've said that it was from a corporate perspective and wanting to get those PDRs full, that makes complete sense to me. I think that great like food geeks of the world that would like to go to these kind of restaurants, they don't care if there's protein there or not. Like I'm not gonna not go to a restaurant like that if it's not selling meat. I'm completely okay with that because you're
not the market bumper.
No, I know that. I know, and that's the thing is like I'm not even 1%.
Well,
of the market.
you make up a very small
right, exactly. Whereas the bulk of the market is normal people that probably want to eat.
Or they want a variety.
So,
like I look at it and I go, and this is my take, and I have no doubt that I'll have a raft of step in line. I'll have a raft of people having a crack at me about this, but I just think the vegan market or even the vegetarian market is very small. It's noisy as fuck because they're really passionate.
Yeah,
and when you do it right and you give it some care,
yeah,
it's great. We have vegan menus in every one of our restaurants.
Yeah.
So can I put my hand up and clearly say it's an important part of our business, the vegan community. It's small.
Yeah.
It's noisy.
Yeah.
But it's small.
And I think that's the thing. If any restaurant, if you open a restaurant now and you don't have a dietary matrix where you know what dishes are going to tick boxes for different dietaries, because and again we've talked about this before. I remember back in Esquire days we had there's 13 different menus running on a night when there's only 60 people in the restaurant, and it's like how is that even practically possible? So because everyone's got dietary requirements now, or a lot of people do, and that's
fine,
whatever. No,
we're ready for it.
But and again we've said this before. It's like when you change the wording around it. So it's not, do you have any dietary requirements? Like for me, I get this question if I'm going to an event, and it's just like, I just don't eat eggplant.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Even at Rossbar?
What's that?
Even at Rossbar?
I won't eat eggplant anywhere.
I've changed people.
No, mate. I've had everyone try and
even
change
when you
me with this.
Fucking batter it and fry it and serve it with black pepper caramel.
I don't even want it on the table. I don't want to see the vegetable. It's fucking horrible. It's as simple as that. And no one's going to convince me otherwise. Jen thinks I've got some kind of
close to it.
Long-term mental block from some kind of eggplant trauma as a child. But, the
emojis. Are you thinking about the emojis?
Don't. If I see one emoji on this fucking post.
There's going to be cocks everywhere.
But it's anyway, the point is that...
Can our 400 followers jump on board here and fucking bombard Peter?
Don't, because we don't need to
podcast.com.au.
encourage this at all, because there's people that do it every single time.
Yeah,
Charlie Seppelt from Paralian Wines will every single time there's an interaction that he and I have, there will be an eggplant emoji in there. So I told you, he sent me eggplant seeds in samples one year. Like, he's just a dick. Anyway, but that's the thing. It's like you've got to change because it's like, okay, as a restaurant, fine, if someone doesn't like avocado, you don't have to change the entire menu. Just don't eat the avocado dish. But
mate, I go to restaurants. I'm 100% put my hand up. I go to great restaurants and I'll order a vegan dish if it looks and sounds great.
Absolutely.
I don't look at a menu and go, oh, I'm not eating that because it's vegan.
And that's the point. I think that everyone can eat vegan and vegetarian.
Yep.
Well, not, most people can. But not everyone chooses to eat meat.
Yeah.
So it does make sense that you're actually opening it up rather than closing it down. But we see it the other way around.
Yeah.
Because, if you're doing a fully vegan menu, every single, like, people that are vegetarian can eat it. People that are omnivorous like us can eat it. But we just got to make that decision. Do we want to or not?
Yeah.
Like, in terms of eating meat, we don't eat meat every day.
No.
We just don't.
But there's a vast majority of people that do.
Absolutely.
Whether it's mince, snags, steak, chicken, fish, whatever.
There's some kind of meat-based protein.
I agree. And a lot of people refuse to go out and not eat protein.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with that. But again, I go back to that vegan market is really small. It's really noisy, but because what we nod to in our restaurants is when the vegans, when we post that we look after you and it's not a byproduct, it's not a vegetarian stack of eggplant and zucchini, and we put
risotto.
we put some effort into it. Like Mitch is unbelievable at it. Like the way he can take a vegetable, put his Asian spin on it, put 65 ingredients that I can't even pronounce into a dish that's got packed full of umami and it's fucking delicious. I don't like. Kudos to him. And and when we go to that effort, we certainly get the nod from the vegan community, and they're really noisy about it. But still, if you look at sales, it still makes up a very small amount of sales. So would I go and open a vegan restaurant? No, I absolutely would not. And that's not me going fucking hate vegans, because it's not the case. But it's just because they're small. Like the favorite thing in the world, and as a father of a young apprentice chef, I get asked all the time, what do I love to cook? And soups, stocks, and sauces that was my wheelhouse. I loved it. The idea of babying a beef stock all night is fucking cool for me.
Yeah,
right?
that's weird.
It's weird. But I love cooking soup because something so simple, you can make it so delicious.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's like that mushroom soup from the wine bar was like,
it's still,
you'll be remembered for that. Like,
I know.
What's your legacy? Mushroom soup.
Yeah, I'd rather be truffle and foie gras or champagne, but mushroom fucking soup.
But it's delicious. That's
it's delicious. So, but would I go and open a soup kitchen or a soup restaurant? No. Because I'm sure that the people came in would enjoy it, but the market's shallow.
Do you have soup on any? Is market ever have soup on the menu?
Yeah, for specials.
Yeah,
I would love to introduce a soup of the day on the menu.
I was just thinking that because it's like when I can't remember the last time, apart from maybe like Digo's or Tasty Menu or something like that. I can't remember the last time.
You have a little demi-tasse cup, that's cool. But having a beautiful bowl. When we opened market. So we had the mushroom soup on when we opened.
When we first opened,
Then we went. I think we had bouillabaisse on for a while, which is kind of more of a stew than a soup. But we've had we did French onion soup.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and that sold really well.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is that there's that classic sort of stuff, and it's not just like the
tomato soup,
the grey market that want to come in and have tomato soup and toasted cheese sandwich. It's like
none of my soups are vegan. The amount of butter and cream
butter's the issue there. So, and that's the thing. It's like that mushroom soup, or a version of that with a glass of Oloroso Amontillado sherry. It's just like, hello. It's like, that's deliciousness. But there's something about people. I don't know if people order soup that much. And maybe again, if it's not on the menu, it's pretty hard to order.
I think it's always been a bit of a peasant thing.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. Like I can't help but go. I'm really certain. I wish I was as certain as winning the lottery. I reckon we may see 11 Madison Park at the top of the food chain again. Have you seen their book?
You think No, I haven't. Do you think that has pegged them back a bit by not serving meat?
Definitely.
Really?
Oh, definitely. I don't know if a vegan restaurant could be, just based on the criteria of judging, I don't know whether they could be a
number one
in the world. Just like I know factually for our restaurants, like if you look at Rice Boy, would we enter any type of restaurant and catering awards or anything like that? No, because it requires bathrooms and all that sort of shit. If you want to succeed and win anything, there's certain criteria we don't meet.
Do you think?
I'm unashamedly okay with that too.
Do you think that? And this is a fairly loaded question. Do you think those kind of awards, where there is that kind of fixed criteria, are as relevant as they used to be?
No, well, I think you've got to look at it from its own perspective. Like, can that to answer your question? Do I think it's as relevant? I think it's up. Personally, no, I don't think it is.
Mhm.
And to be very clear, I couldn't give one fuck about them.
About any award.
About any award.
Okay.
And if you get them, great. We
Sure.
don't enter them. We don't actively pursue them.
Yeah.
We're putting all of our energy, effort, and time into the customers that choose to come into the restaurant.
Yeah.
And attracting new ones by creative marketing, great socials,
Yep.
and some interactive with the customers in the restaurant.
Yep.
It's so much easier to get somebody back into the restaurant who's already been than what it is to attract a new customer.
A new customer, yeah.
Now, awards, I get it. I reckon if I was to be really honest with you, and it's a tough pill to swallow, but my first restaurant wine bar, I reckon, failed because I was so fixated in being the best restaurant on the Sunshine Coast. I did not give a fuck about the finances. Not one fuck.
Yeah.
We went through a stage where we would put zucchini flowers on the table every day fresh.
What?
Yeah. Instead of having a flower on the table or a flower arrangement on the
You
table.
got a $3 zucchini flower sitting there.
I mean, I look at it now and I'm like, I'd fucking sack you. If you're the restaurant manager or the chef and you said that, I'd fucking skull drag you out onto the street. But all I wanted to do was be the best. I wanted people to come in and go, fuck, this is fucking cool.
So it's that chasing hats, chasing glory.
Mate, we'd go, we had bathrooms. So we need towels in the bathroom, not paper towels.
Yeah.
We can't have fucking the normal hand soap. We've got to get the fancy hand soap. So people would steal it.
Yeah.
So then we'd have to replace it. I'd replace it 4 times a month.
Yeah.
No problem. It's good. We do a dego. You need a different plate for every course.
Yeah, of course.
So then that's another fucking $500.
Yeah.
$800.
Yeah.
Those side plates are fancy.
And that's for what? How many seats did you have? 70 seats, 80
Fuck,
seats?
Yeah,
Like,
not many, mate.
Imagine if it's 150 seats.
Oh my
It's like-
God. So I look at that, and that was all of that was purely based around my ego.
Yep.
Wanting recognition, and probably more from my peers to go, yeah, you are fucking good.
So, okay, so that's an interesting one because the peers have nothing to do with those rewards, right? That's
But
the
they're
thing.
all there.
Yeah.
I wanted the Matt Morans, the Adriana Zumbos, the Neil Perrys to go, who's this fucking guy? That's cool. And it never fucking happened. And then up here on the Sunshine Coast, and I beat that drum for nearly 10 years. And I couldn't tell you how many restaurant catering awards we won. Restaurant of the Year, Best Fine Dining, Best Modern Australian, Queensland Wine List of the Year. Like, it fucking meant nothing, mate.
Yeah.
Did not put 1 cent in my pocket.
No.
And I didn't get any recognition from it apart from the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah.
And no doubt that the wine bar had a huge impact on the Sunshine Coast. But still, as soon as the global financial market just fractured a little bit,
Yeah.
GFC, it was a lot, but
Yeah.
we were fucked.
Yeah.
So I went to Brizzy and we opened Stokehouse for the Van Handels, and the Van Handels clearly, I mean, they're royalty in the hospitality
absolutely.
industry, right?
And deserved as well.
Fuck. I challenge anyone apart from maybe the Neil Perrys of the world and the Andrew McConnells. Like they're fucking amazing, right? They're good human beings. But when you have that profile behind you, suddenly I'm cooking in Brisbane and everyone's taking notice, and I'm like, I've just spent 10 years grinding.
Yeah.
And I've been here for fucking 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And you want to give me 2 fucking chef's hats?
Yeah.
And Matt Moran, you want to come over and shake my hand and go, fucking,
Yeah.
what's your name? It's like, there's a part of me that was so so annoyed about that
Yeah, right.
because I've
'Cause-
been doing it for so long.
And in your mind, you ignored
I
up
couldn't
here.
even get Lizzie up to review me for the Courier Mail,
Yeah,
mate.
it's a long drive.
Brado's got it. Shane Bailey got it.
Well, it's Noosa.
And no disrespect to Shane and Brado's, they deserved it.
Totally,
I
yeah.
get it. And Noosa's different. I get it. Noosa's a very special place. Anybody wants to shit can Noosa, you can go fuck yourself because that is a pretty special place.
Yeah.
I dined at Sales a couple of weeks ago. Fucking hell, that's so nice to go up there for lunch.
Do you think you would have had that mindset behind you if you didn't have that 10 years first?
Ooh, good question from the
mindset.
bleachers.
You know what? I don't. To answer you really honestly, I don't know, but I don't think I would have got the job. I don't think Trankton Handel never dined at Wine Bar. He didn't know my food. It was a good friend of his who they were in business together. He dined at the restaurant and said to Frank, "Fuck it, I know a guy. You got to get this guy." And he's got some commerce behind him because he's run his own business. Little did he know my business. Fucking making money wasn't why I went to work.
Yeah.
Couldn't care less.
Yeah.
But then when I went to Brizzy, we opened the restaurant and that I don't know how we've digressed into that, but going back to the awards thing, I sat back the night we did win 2 hats. I was like, it was the simple fact that nobody really gave a fuck about me before that, and then they all did literally 1 minute. It really made me. It made me feel really yuck.
It's weird. Yeah, it's a weird kind of false economy that I've seen it from different parts.
I'm sure you have. You've been heavily involved in the point industry way more than me.
No, but I mean, I think the thing for me is why I asked that question about awards is that, there was a period of time for a few years ago where no awards happened because no one was eating, no one was going out, no one could go out in other states, and so it was like, okay, we don't need these, and so it was sort of they were sort of let go, and then they've come back again, and it's like I wonder if they've got the same kind of polish to them. Polish isn't the right word, and again, I know lots of people that work in that industry and in the award industry, and the organisations that put them on, can be fantastic.
Yeah,
But
they work really hard. That's not a piss take on them.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. It's like, but there's also different levels of awards. I mean, like back in Restaurant 2 days, it was all about the Amex.
Yeah,
it was to get that plate, you wanted that plate,
massive mate.
And then it was Gourmet Traveller, so that sort of morphed, and then we had Gourmet Traveller, and then but then it's these other tiered awards, and it's just like, oh, okay, if I advertise with you, I can get judged. Okay,
Mate, I don't know how many restaurants on the Sunshine Coast proclaim to have chef hats, and I'm like,
from whom? I mean, I can give a hat to anyone. I got given a hat today.
But it's like
wasn't a chef's hat.
But for me, it's like the true chef hat for me, and the Australian Good Food Guide will be upset that I say this, but you got to pay to go in it. Like,
yeah, and same with restaurant catering, same thing. You've got to pay to enter.
To go into it. The true chef's hat, which ran through the Sydney Morning Herald, you didn't know who they were. You didn't know when they were coming in. You didn't pay for shit.
Yeah.
They got in a room and said, these are the guys that are doing it better than everybody else.
And also, to be fair, I don't think just paying for it is the issue.
No,
because
I don't think
there's costs involved in fully understand that people have to go and review, and there's a lot of other things behind it, infrastructure behind it. I get that. But yeah, it's an interesting time, and certainly looking at different awards, and particularly Australian ones at the moment, I'm like, oh, okay. But there is that sort of that formula that seems to attract. It's like we've got to spend 3 minutes, 5 minutes on a fit out, and then we might get considered.
The struggle that I have with it is I know that a lot of our younger staff who may be in senior positions, like first sous chefs or first AMs or restaurant managers,
it matters to them.
It matters to them, and there's a part of me that I feel guilty that I am so hard and fast on it.
About taking that away or that opportunity from them?
Yeah, just taking it away from them.
And I think they need to understand that, there's a time and a place. Like, also, like your businesses right now aren't that place, whereas in the future, sorry, Corey's just done a move off the couch that was like a snake getting underneath a doorway. I don't know. Yes, you just dislocated your own back.
I thought you were about to play
footsie. What are you doing? You're on a tatami mat. What are you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get closer to the microphone.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to get closer to the microphone.
And then you didn't turn it on.
And then I didn't turn it on.
Good.
Sorry, I just had a question before I forget. When you were talking about
Well, that's
then, when you were saying you had all the younger staff who care deeply about the awards, and you're not too fond of them, but
Hang on, wait. The awards, not the staff.
yeah,
just to be
I love my stuff.
the awards. But when we earlier at the start of the conversation, when we were talking about when 11 Madison Park won the award best restaurant in the world, I'm holding up air quotes. They were getting
for a podcast
within the vicinity. Some people watch the
Some
video.
people do watch it. Sorry, my
Yeah, like and subscribe to YouTube.
They were getting somewhere in the vicinity, you know, let's just say between 500 and 1,000 phone calls a day.
Mm-hmm.
So is that not something to aspire to?
in terms of the commercial, like
in case
the impact that it would
the
have.
commercial reward.
If we were reviewed by Sam Pellegrino
Yeah.
to be in the runnings for the #1 best restaurant in the world, I wouldn't know that happened, but you don't actively put your hand up for that. They hunt you down and they judge you and you go on it like that. I'm not saying don't aspire to that, but my business sense now tells me what I need to focus in on is I need to focus in on the diners dining in the restaurant, not somebody reading a magazine or watching a YouTube channel.
So focusing more on the people that are in the rest. Like I know you've said this before, but focusing on people that are in the restaurant rather than people that might
go to the restaurants, you know, and
So yeah.
Watch my fat head.
You like Dickie Knee.
So
I apologize for the first 6 minutes of this video where my head was in front of Pete's.
So to be
It's probably a win.
To be clear, I think there's a place for it, but for me, I'm like all I want to do is I want to make sure that our business is commercially viable, so I can make sure everyone gets paid every week. I think, yeah, I've just got to see the value in it. I've got to see the value in it. And there's been so many times where, and this is not tall poppy. This is not me. There's no sour grapes. I look at some of the people who have won awards, and yeah, the Sunshine Coast is unbelievable for it. It's like every second restaurant has got some type of award. Now, I just want the award because my food's great and fucking people want to dine there.
Yeah, and I think the key thing is that it's for you and your restaurants that you don't see them as being relevant. It doesn't mean they're irrelevant.
I totally agree.
That's that's probably, you know, again, probably why I was sort of trying to start that question. It's like, you know, those things, and you know, for 11 Madison Park's point of view, they flat out said they wanted. I don't know if they said it beforehand, but it was very clear that they wanted to win that.
Yeah.
Then they set out with that task in mind.
And then if you even dig into that even more, places like the French Laundry, they're not in the top 50 best restaurants in the world.
But they were.
Oh, fuck. For years and years and years and years. And if you're asking me now, it's still one of the greatest dining experiences I've ever had. But you still can't get a fucking table there.
And that's the thing. But I think, you know, in terms of the awards have shifted, maybe. And French Laundry, I'm having a go at French Laundry here. I'm not at all. Whether or not, you know, because they're not the shiny bright thing anymore.
No.
You know, so the shiny bright things generally get
the shiny bright thing, or should it be about the best restaurant in the world?
Well, I mean, that's a very good question. It should be about the best restaurant in the world, but should and is are two very different things. So I think that, you know, it comes down to individual choice. There's plenty of restaurants on that list I don't want to go to.
Yeah,
so like, just doesn't interest me.
It's so arbitrary. Like,
That's the whole point. Yeah, that's
so arbitrary. Like when I'm hammered at 2:00 in the morning, the best restaurant in the world is the kebab shop.
Yeah.
Like, it's that arbitrary.
And mate, I have dined in Japan in a 3 Michelin-star sushi restaurant, which the only reason why I couldn't get a table, it was through mutual friends. And mate, I couldn't have got out of there fucking quick. We had 14 courses of sushi, and mate, they were massive pieces of like mackerel,
fishy fish.
And mate, I will literally fucking eat anything. Like if I dine out,
Put that in, Corey.
You're a fucking grub.
Eggplant emoji.
But I,
Has his hands up like that as well. So
I will. If I'm in a
please do that.
I'm in a restaurant. Careful. I'm in a restaurant and I'm going out for dinner. I'm happy for you to feed me. You know?
Yeah.
And I walked out of there going, holy shit. It was really big piece. And no doubt it was the most pristine seafood. But fucking hell, I walked out going, that's a 3 Michelin star restaurant.
And
I think I ate fucking 800 grams of fish raw. I was like, all I wanted when I walked out of there was either a piece of toast or
salad.
Something. It was, mate. When the last course got put in front of me, I could feel myself having a cold sweat.
Crying.
I was like, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to eat this.
This is the greatest day of my life.
And this
It's over.
75, potentially 80-year-old chef is every course there's literally 3 of us eating in there.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
he put the fucking thing in front of me, and he just stares at you, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to.
This is off-putting. Yeah,
but mate, I did the quick two chews, and then the deep swallow, and then prayed that he looked somewhere else.
Yeah,
and then when we're like, okay, we're done, I'm like,
arigato gozaimasu.
thank fucking God.
Yeah,
that's not taking anything away from that. But
No.
I sit back and go, 3 Michelin star.
But then on the other hand, like, you know, and it's not a pissing contest, but it's like I've eaten in 1 Michelin star restaurants where it's just like they're on the side of the road and you're on a plastic chair and the food is just so banging. In Hong Kong or Singapore or whatever. I mean, it's
and not to take away from something I've already said before. Went to LA a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Went to Damien restaurant in an industrial area.
Yeah.
Fuck, one of the greatest dining experiences I've ever had in my life.
And I think that's the thing is like arbitrary is a really good word. I think it's like it's subjective.
Yeah.
It's really people. And, you know, when food geeks get together, they will argue about what the great restaurant is, you know.
Yep.
And there's always going to be an experience that doesn't fit everyone else's as well.
Totally.
You know, a good supplier friend, Dave Bone, just came back from Europe. He basically ate his way around there with a group of people that are just into food, like hardcore into food. And they did, I don't know how many stars they did across the trip, but it was a lot. And, you know, some of the best food, he said, wasn't at the 3, it was at the 1s, where it wasn't.
1 Michelin star restaurant still.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Still
It's just like, but you know, it's without the pomp a little bit, maybe without all the wank factor. It's like it was just good, clean, great food.
You're still getting a little bit of that residual hustle.
Yeah, I think probably because they've and the thing is, what's like anything else with those kind of awards, particularly Michelin, is it's hard to get, it's harder to keep, because they will be at you.
Corey, when we went to Japan, do we eat?
Corey doesn't remember it.
Osaka. Was it Osaka when we went through the markets?
That was Nishiki Markets.
Jump onto what's the name? TKRG YouTube.
TKRG
It's pretty good.
It's now live.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
we didn't discuss this, but it's now live.
There's a couple of really cool things on there. But
Japan
speaking
More video coming.
Speaking about food, walking through that market, and I said to the guy, "Oh, well, it was just Food Central, right?"
Mm.
And one of my favourite seafoods is scallops. And there was a guy that had scallops, prawns, and octopus. And I said, "Can I have a scallop, please?" And he goes, "Yep." Shucked the scallop to water out of a tank, skewered it, dipped it in some umami soya thing, and then just blowtorched it. Dipped it back in, blowtorched it again, and he called it a scallop lollipop. Hands down, one of the greatest fucking things I've ever eaten in my life. It's $2.
Yeah.
$2.
How I wouldn't have left. I think that's the thing with those kind of things.
Mate,
When it's $2, like here's 100.
Best place in the world.
You tell me.
I had an $8 strawberry, which was delicious as well.
It was good.
Was it the size of your fist or not?
No. It was just
I've got this oyster. I've got this video of me eating an oyster that was like
bluff, like a
like a bluff
It
oyster.
was
I was like 3 years old,
steak
or
knife,
5 years
yeah.
old.
man, one gulp.
It
was
mate.
the best.
Okay, I'm glad people probably won't be able to see that on video.
No, I've got it on video.
And then I ordered an ice cream at this little stall that was basically based off an anglaise that must have had about 5,000 egg yolks in it.
Just
It
custard
was the
frozen.
richest,
Yeah.
most delicious. The vanilla crunched in my teeth, wrapped in, and no, the cone was a twirl.
Yeah, right.
And I was sitting back going, "Oh, these guys know what they're fucking doing."
Yeah.
Like everything was based around the produce
Yeah.
and the simplicity of it. It was so cool. It was fucking epic. I walked away going, I think that I said to Mitch and Eliza, and probably you, Corey, I'm like, why would you go into a Michelin star restaurant? Like, those restaurants are buying this food. And I just had
Buying the same products, just being treated
I
differently.
just had a $2 scallop.
Yeah.
That was, I could have, like you said, I'd have 20 of them.
Yeah.
Cost me $40.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Whereas you pay $40, you get 2 scallops. You know.
On a massive
On a
plate
huge
with a
plate.
pretentious waiter.
Which is, again, and maybe it's an age thing as well. Like, it's not that I don't like those kind of restaurants anymore, but I'd prefer to spend my time and money.
I was going to say,
in others.
rarely have you got a story of going to a fucking fancy restaurant.
I don't anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't. And when I do, it's a work event. Like I said, someone was asking me restaurant recommendations today. I'm like, these are the 3 restaurants I've been to in Brisbane in the last month, and I didn't go on my own volition.
Yep.
Like they were for industry events and whatever it may be. So
I want to eat with my kids at the Woombye pub and have a army. Like
absolutely.
That,
Also,
it's
I
easy.
did last Saturday and came up to Piggyback and
Did you line up?
No, we were there early, so it
I'm
was
really
great.
surprised you didn't text me and say, "Can I jump the queue?"
Oh,
No, there was no queue. Why? I've never done that. No,
No.
once I have.
Very few.
Once I think
Have
I
you?
have. Oh no, you spotted me on the cameras one day, you weirdo, and sent someone out to come and get me or something. But anyway,
Not like what we did for you. at
Oh,
Central.
well, I never get that treatment.
what's that?
I never get that treatment.
Oh, Corey, you're the messiah, mate. The golden
You just
carpet
walk in.
runs out.
You just walk in there and they know you, mate.
Yeah.
I'm a no.
Yeah, I know every chef in every house,
Absolutely.
in every restaurant.
Exactly. Mate, I'm an absolute nobody. So,
Untrue.
Nick Dale gives me a big hug every time I walk in there. I love you, Nick.
Oh, mate, you're chef royalty. You've been with us since the start.
Since the start, mate. It's been a long
Yeah.
time.
Fucking hell.
all right, just to put a bit of a
Yeah,
bow
let's
on
put a
this,
cap on
a
this.
bit of a bow on this on this episode.
Watch this space. I reckon 11 Madison Park is going to be. It'll be one of the greatest restaurants in the world again.
I think it already is. It's just
I agree.
recognised as that because of
It'll make a bit more noise now.
yeah, it'd be super interesting to sort of see. One to watch for sure. I think.
What I'd love to see happen. Sorry to cut you off.
No.
Is I want it to get the recognition it deserves.
Yeah.
Because it is a truly magnificent dining room for a start, and my dining experience there should be open to more people. More people should experience that because it was fucking spectacular. And if you're a foodie, put it on the list.
Yeah, I mean,
Put it on the list.
If it's not on the list, it's like why isn't it on the list?
And it's in a great part of New York City. If you go over there, you can, it's not, I know that everything in New York's expensive, but it's in a fairly like
okay part of town.
Yeah, you can get accommodation around there pretty easy, and
Yeah.
there's so many good restaurants.
Yeah.
So research it up. Keep an eye on it because
Reason
I'm
to go.
really passionate. You know what I do like? I like the fact that he's not scared to go back. Like he's not scared of the ridicule, and I'm sure that there's a lot of dickheads out there that want to throw shade, but I really hope that he knocks it out of the ballpark.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, if it elevates the experience for more people, then good on them at the end of the day. So
And check the book out because it's a coffee table
There we go.
book. It's fucking epic.
we'll put a link to the website.
Awesome.
And just to thank you to everyone who listens, because we've gone from 300, our milestone of 300 subscribers to we're at 370 last time I checked this afternoon. So we've gone from that in about 3 weeks. So thank you.
So
Thanks to my family for all.
Who's leading the charge with the most views of YouTube?
Andy Hearn.
Sucks shit. Rob Kaminsky sends me so many messages because he was leading that charge for so long. Sorry, Rob, but you might have to do another one. Big fella, step up. Maybe get him back on to talk about his new 5-star hotel.
Rob Kaminsky is sitting at 1.2 thousand views. Andy Herndon is now at 4,500.
He's doing some exciting stuff. I think he's about to launch The Big Secret.
There's some things coming.
Yeah.
I think, so
He's trying to get
him back on.
stay tuned. Yeah, he's
Not just for the views. We just want to talk to you.
now that they've moved out of the postcode more often, it's a bit tough now. But definitely be worthwhile catching up with maybe some of the people we've chatted to before.
It'd be cool.
So
Yeah.
awesome.
100%.
All right,
Like, share, subscribe, all that
All
stuff.
the
Yeah,
things.
all that fun stuff.
hit buttons.
We love you
Things.
all. Thank you. Please.
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 Please.